We've all been there, right? Right in the middle of something important, like a job interview or a first date, when suddenly our nerves jump into the driver's seat, steering us into a storm of sweaty palms and stuttered words. It feels like we're just passengers in our own bodies, completely at the mercy of our racing hearts and chaotic thoughts. But what if I told you that some of the wisest minds in history, the Stoics, mastered the art of keeping cool under pressure? Long before the term anxiety entered our daily vocabulary, these ancient philosophers unlocked secrets that are not just about enduring life's pressures, but thriving through them. Today, we're diving deep into their world to uncover timeless insights that will empower you to not only face life's challenges, but to master them. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed by your emotions or trapped by your own reactions, stick around. These insights are absolute game changers. We're about to embark on a journey back in time, learning how you can harness ancient Stoic strategies to remain the master of your emotions and actions, no matter what life throws your way. If you find value in what we're about to explore, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with someone who could really use it. Let's dive right in. Imagine this. Your emotions are like a well-intentioned friend who doesn't always know when to back off. They're not your enemy. Instead, they're crucial signals, guiding you through threats, helping you celebrate victories, and deepening your connections with others. However, if we don't learn to manage them, these same emotions can overpower our logic, thanks to the ancient wiring in our brains, designed for a lifestyle far removed from the one we live today. Think about it. When an emotion fires up, it's akin to an alarm bell ringing in your brain, a loud, urgent sound that doesn't care if you're in the middle of something important. This alarm often goes off before your rational mind even has a chance to lace up its boots and get to work. The result? You're left feeling overwhelmed and out of control. But here's the kicker. You are not at the mercy of this internal alarm system. This is where Stoicism steps in. It teaches us that it's not the emotions themselves that need to be controlled or suppressed, but rather our reactions to them. The Stoics believed we might not control when or how strongly an emotion hits us, but we absolutely have the power to decide what happens next. And no, the goal isn't to become emotionless. It's about cultivating the ability to pause and respond instead of react. Let's break this down further. It starts with recognition. By becoming aware of the triggers and signs of your emotions, you can begin to anticipate and understand them better. This doesn't happen overnight. It takes practice, patience, and introspection. But as you learn to see these emotional signals for what they truly are, informative, not directive, you step into the driver's seat. You steer your responses in a direction that aligns with your values and goals. Mastering this skill not only enhances your life, but also lays the groundwork for healthier relationships, better decision-making, and a more fulfilling existence. Let's explore how the Stoics viewed emotions. They believed emotions stem from our judgments about the world. For example, if you think being interrupted in a meeting is a personal slight, you'll likely feel anger. But here's where Stoicism becomes truly fascinating. It teaches us that by changing our judgments, we can change our emotional responses. Consider Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher who endured adversities that would overwhelm most people: political intrigue, war, and even plague. He famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." What he meant is that external events do not have to dictate our internal state. We may not be able to control the first flash of emotion, that immediate gut-level reaction, but we can control what comes next. We can pause, reflect, and decide not to act on a negative emotion driven by false assumptions. One of the most liberating aspects of Stoic practice is its practicality. The Stoics didn't just philosophize, they applied their wisdom daily. They used techniques like the premeditation of future hardships, premeditatio malorum, to mentally prepare for challenges. This wasn't about pessimism, It was about equipping themselves with the mental fortitude to remain steady in any situation. Now let's talk about the power of choice. Between the stimulus and the response, there is a space. In that space lies your freedom and power. Life may throw curveballs, rude comments, setbacks, even personal loss, but you hold the final say on how you respond. Think of life as a complex dance. Events come at you in rapid succession, and your emotions might react just as quickly. But like a skilled dancer deciding their steps, you can choose how to move, whether to go with, around, or away from emotional impulses. The key here is mindful attention, what the Stoics called prosochi. It's about being fully present, recognizing emotional triggers as they arise, and consciously deciding how to respond. This practice helps widen the space between stimulus and response, giving you time to make decisions that align with your core values. This ability to choose responses rather than react impulsively builds resilience. Resilience isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about facing them with clarity and determination. Each time you choose a response aligned with your values, you strengthen your ability to handle future challenges with greater ease. Of course, knowing you have a choice isn't enough. You need strategies to exercise that choice wisely. One Stoic technique involves the simple yet powerful act of pausing. When an emotion flares up, give yourself a moment. This pause acts as a buffer, allowing your rational mind to catch up and assess the situation. Another Stoic strategy is refraining, shifting your perspective to see the event differently. For instance, if someone cuts you off in traffic, instead of assuming malicious intent, consider they might be rushing to an emergency. Changing the story. You tell yourself changes your emotional response. Aligning your actions with your values is another cornerstone of Stoic practice. Ask yourself, does reacting with anger align with my values? What would the best version of myself do? This ensures your responses contribute to your growth, rather than a fleeting emotional state. When we consistently choose actions over emotions, we cultivate inner stability. This stability makes us reliable and trustworthy in personal relationships, deepening connections and fostering harmony. Professionally, staying calm under pressure sets leaders apart. Decisions made from a place of composure are more strategic, leading to better outcomes. Moreover, choosing actions over emotions builds self-awareness and self-regulation. These skills not only help you, but also improve your ability to understand and empathize with others. The practice of Stoicism equips you not just to survive life's challenges, but to thrive through them. Of course, mastering your emotions is no small feat. Emotions can be intense and immediate. The key is not suppression, but acknowledgement without letting them control you. It requires self-awareness and consistent practice. Integrating Stoic principles into daily life can be challenging in today's fast-paced world. But even small daily practices, like journaling or reflection, can anchor you in these teachings, gradually weaving them into the fabric of your life. With time and dedication, you can embody the Stoic virtues of calm, rationality, and resilience. Remember, each challenge is an opportunity to practice, grow, and strengthen your ability to face life's storms with steadiness and courage. So, the next time life throws you a curveball, pause, breathe, and remember, you are not a passenger in your life, you are the driver, and you have the power to steer your journey with wisdom, grace, and unwavering strength. Consider a typical scenario at work. You've poured your heart into a project, and during the presentation, a colleague interrupts with criticism that seems unfair. The immediate impulse might be to defend your work aggressively, allowing irritation or anger to dictate your response. However, applying Stoic principles, you could take a moment to pause, acknowledging your initial emotional reaction without acting on it. Instead of snapping back, you might choose to address the criticism calmly, asking for specific feedback that could actually improve the project. This approach not only preserves professional relationships, but also enhances your reputation as someone composed and receptive to feedback, even under stress. Now imagine a personal situation, a conflict with a partner or family member. Emotions can quickly escalate in familiar settings, turning minor misunderstandings into major conflicts. A Stoic approach would involve recognizing the emotional triggers as they arise and consciously choosing to respond with understanding rather than reactivity. This might mean taking time to listen actively to the other person's concerns without immediately reacting or trying to solve the problem. Such a response promotes dialogue and understanding, helping to resolve conflicts in a way that strengthens relationships rather than weakening them. In another aspect of personal development, consider the challenge of self-discipline, such as maintaining a fitness routine or a diet. It's easy to give in to momentary impulses, skipping a workout because you feel tired or indulging in an unhealthy snack. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our long-term goals and values rather than short-term comforts. By applying Stoic discipline, you can remind yourself of the reasons behind your choices, reinforcing your willpower to act in accordance with your greater good rather than momentary desires. Moreover, Stoicism can profoundly impact our overall resilience and mental health. In times of crisis or sorrow, such as during a financial setback or the loss of a loved one, the Stoic practice of focusing on what we can control, our responses, our values, our actions, becomes invaluable. While it's natural to feel grief or stress, Stoicism helps us navigate these emotions without letting them overwhelm us. We learn to accept our reactions as part of the human experience, but not to let them define our actions or our character. In each of these scenarios, the real-life application of Stoicism doesn't involve suppressing emotions or pretending they don't exist. Rather, it's about making a conscious choice not to be governed by them. This approach doesn't just help in isolated incidents, it cultivates a life of purpose, integrity, and wisdom. One of the core Stoic practices involves regulating our emotional responses, which is closely aligned with what psychologists today call emotional regulation. This is not about suppressing emotions, but rather managing how we express and respond to them. Studies in the field of emotional regulation have shown that people who can effectively manage their emotions tend to have better mental health, higher satisfaction with life, and stronger relationships. These findings reinforce the Stoic view that gaining mastery over our reactions can significantly enhance our well-being. Neuroscience also offers insights into why Stoic practices are effective. The brain's prefrontal cortex, responsible for higher-order thinking, plays a crucial role in managing our emotional reactions, which are processed in the more primitive parts of our brain, like the amygdala. When we practice Stoic techniques like mindfulness or cognitive reframing, we're essentially training our prefrontal cortex to take the lead in emotional situations. This training can increase our neural resilience, making it easier over time to choose reasoned responses over reactive ones, even during stressful situations. Moreover, the concept of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections, further supports Stoic practices. Each time we practice Stoic techniques, we strengthen the neural pathways that support these behaviors. This is akin to building muscle through exercise. The more we engage in Stoic practices, the stronger our emotional regulation muscles become. Research has demonstrated that consistent practice in mindfulness and reflection, both key components of Stoicism, can lead to changes in brain structures associated with awareness, empathy, and stress reduction. In addition to the psychological and neurological benefits, there's also evidence from behavioral science that supports the Stoic emphasis on habit formation. Habits play a crucial role in our daily lives, shaping our behaviors and outcomes. Stoicism teaches the importance of developing virtuous habits through repeated practice. This aligns with findings from behavioral science that show how the formation of habits can lead to sustained behavioral change, which is essential for long-term personal growth and fulfillment. By understanding the scientific principles that underpin Stoic practices, we can appreciate not just the philosophical, but also the practical value of Stoicism in modern times. It provides a framework not only for enduring life's challenges, but thriving amidst them, supported by a growing body of scientific evidence that these ancient techniques really do foster resilience, happiness, and a deeper sense of life satisfaction. One of the most effective daily practices is the discipline of mindfulness. This involves taking time each day to focus on the present moment without judgment. You can start simply by spending a few minutes each morning or evening reflecting on your thoughts and feelings. This practice creates a mental space around your reactions, allowing you to respond to life's challenges with composure rather than impulsivity. Mindfulness can be cultivated through meditation, but it can also be practiced throughout the day while eating, walking, or even during conversations by being fully present and attentive. Journaling is another powerful tool in the Stoic toolkit. Keeping a daily journal can help you reflect on your experiences and the decisions you made throughout the day. It's a chance to evaluate what went well and what could be improved. This reflection isn't about self-criticism, but about self-improvement. Write about instances where you successfully applied Stoic principles and times when you didn't. Over time, you'll start to see patterns and areas where you might need to focus more effort. Visualization is a practice often used by athletes, but is equally valuable in Stoic practice. Each morning, take a few minutes to visualize how you will face the day's challenges with stoicism and grace. Imagine handling a difficult situation at work with calmness, or resolving a dispute at home with compassion and rationality. By mentally rehearsing these scenarios, you prepare yourself to act in accordance with your values when the actual situation arises. Another daily practice is to set clear intentions for the day. What Stoic virtues do you want to embody today? Whether it's courage, justice, temperance, or wisdom, choose your focus and remind yourself of it throughout the day. This intention setting can help guide your decisions and interactions, making it easier to live up to your Stoic ideals. Finally, it's crucial to practice gratitude. The Stoics believe that to be happy, we must appreciate what we have, rather than bemoaning what we don't. At the end of each day, reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. This could be as simple as a warm meal, a conversation with a friend, or something you accomplished at work. This practice not only shifts your focus from what's going wrong to what's going right, but also fosters a general sense of contentment and well-being. These practices are not just exercises, they are transformative processes that, when incorporated into daily life, forge us into more resilient, thoughtful, and balanced individuals. They ground the lofty ideals of Stoicism in the reality of everyday experience, enabling us to live more fully and react more thoughtfully, no matter what life throws our way. Starting with mindfulness training, it's essential to cultivate a practice where you deliberately focus on the present moment. This could be through meditation, where you begin by dedicating just 5 minutes each morning to sit in silence, focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts without attachment. Over time, you might increase this to 20 minutes or more. This practice enhances your ability to stay present during daily activities and reduces reactivity to external stresses. Next is the emotional log. This involves keeping a daily record of strong emotions you experience, the situations that triggered these emotions, and how you chose to respond. By documenting these instances, you gain insight into your emotional patterns and triggers, allowing you to develop strategies to manage them more effectively. Then there's the practice of deliberately exposing yourself to discomfort. This could be taking a cold shower, fasting, or engaging in a rigorous workout. The idea is to strengthen your resilience and fortitude, teaching you that you can endure and remain composed even in uncomfortable situations. This habit trains you to act despite your feelings, aligning with the Stoic value that external conditions should not disrupt our inner tranquility. Visualization also plays a crucial role. Spend a few minutes each day imagining yourself facing and overcoming daily challenges with composure and adherence to your Stoic principles. This mental rehearsal preps your mind to act according to your visualization when actual challenges arise, reinforcing your desired behaviors. A pivotal Stoic practice is setting a daily intention or a catalyst, a single impactful action that aligns with your values and moves you closer to your goals. This could be as simple as deciding to be particularly generous with your time or patience that day. By identifying and acting on this catalyst, you create a ripple effect of positive actions throughout your day. Incorporating micro decisions is another key habit. Throughout your day, be conscious of the small choices you make, from what you eat to how you respond to an email. These choices might seem insignificant, but they add up and shape our character and destiny. By making these decisions deliberately, you strengthen your decision-making muscle, ensuring that your actions consistently reflect your values and goals. Ending your day with a gratitude slam can shift your focus from what went wrong to what went right. Forcefully articulate 3 things you're grateful for each day. This practice isn't just about feeling good. It's about retraining your mind to recognize and appreciate the positives, fostering a general attitude of contentment and resilience. A weekly feedback loop with a trusted friend or mentor about your behavior and reactions can provide valuable outside perspective and promote growth. This exercise requires humility and openness, but is instrumental in helping you see blind spots in your character that you might otherwise miss. Practicing the emotion-action split is about taking a moment to identify your emotional state before deciding on an action. Whenever you feel a strong emotion, pause, name the emotion, and then choose a rational response rather than acting on the emotion directly. This habit helps break the automatic link between feeling and reacting, allowing for more considered and effective actions. Lastly, daily philosophical reading, such as a page from Marcus Aurelius's Meditations or Epictetus's Enchiridion, can provide daily inspiration and reinforcement of Stoic principles. These readings serve as mental nourishment that fortifies your resolve to live according to Stoic virtues. These habits are not just activities, but gateways to transforming your life in line with Stoic wisdom. As you integrate these practices into your daily routine, you'll find that they not only enhance your ability to manage challenges, but also enrich your life with greater peace, purpose, and fulfillment. Each day presents a new opportunity to practice these habits, each practice a step towards mastering the art of living well.